Welcome to Travel with Danny and MJ. I'm Mary Jane.
And I'm Danny. We're traveling the world with just carry-ons and a backpack each. Today we're going to Liège in the Wallonia region of Belgium. We're going to tour the city and see a concert tonight.
We're ready to go.
Our day is starting in the Brussels Noord train station.
Trein met bestemming Liège. Train à destination de Liège-Guillemins.
The outside of the Liège train station, designed by the Spanish architect Calatrava. Crossing the river. It's a bit rainy here in Liège. There's Mary Jane, intrepid traveler.
She's using some other muscles.
She's ready for the big climb later. You'll see. We are in the Parc de Bovary. Beautiful little place right across the river. More of the river here in Liège. It's a bit dreary, but not too bad.
It's pretty cool street.
We're at the Montagne de Buren, which is a very long, steep staircase to an overlook of Liège. And Mary Jane is very excited for this climb.
We're doing it. Oh lordy, we got here. Now we gotta go up. Okay, we're gonna go up. Not as fast as this guy. Oh boy.
Here we go. Up the steps. Here she comes.
Fast motion.
Just walking up the steps singing do-a-dee.
How many steps have we done? Not that many.
And the climb continues. Here we are in the Park of the Citadel, overlooking Liège. We had quite a climb to get here. Quite beautiful. How you feeling, lady?
Now all the sweat has dried and now I'm cold again. Okay, we found the view. Let's see if it is as good as promised. It's looking pretty good already. Yeah. Oh, cool. All right, I'm not getting too close to the edge because I don't like that. Okay, pretty cool. So we came up. Look at that sheep.
We're at the Belvedere de Liège with stunning views of the city of Liège and the river Meuse. I think it was worth the climb. Quite the climb to get here, but we made it.
Look at that sky.
Walking down, 374 more steps down. Down is easier, but probably dangerous. The famous waffle place, Gaufrette. And we're having fancy waffles. Place Saint-Lambert.
Okay, we're at the Archaeoforum. Wow. Very cool. All right, we're gonna do a lap. We have an iPad that will give us all kinds of good stuff. Watch your head, watch your step. Looking at old rocks.
The Archaeoforum is underneath the streets of Liège. It's an amazing place where they discovered all this historical sites from thousands and thousands of years ago.
Of the new district, the Civitas. These centers were connected by roads that facilitated trade and enabled the legions to move quickly. Liège was dependent on the Civitas of Tongres, whose capital was the city of the same name. This territory also had agglomerations of lesser importance, which was probably dedicated to Saint Mary, which also had a baptismal pool. Legend has it that the price of a private
This is the stone bridge across the river. Wandering the little streets through Liège. Kind of cool little, almost alleys. This is called the Perron. And then there's town hall here. And there's the square near the Opera House here in Liège.
Lots of cool architecture. The street seems to have the same kind of look, but a lot of them it's mixed, house to house or building to building.
I came to see Joe Jackson here in Liège at the Forum Theater. It's a very impressive old theater.
Okay. How you doing? Get into a car and drive to the other side. 60. There's a problem. I didn't write any songs. So I'd like to do a song by someone who did write great songs in the 60s, I think. It's a favourite song of mine, okay? By Ray Davies. He disappeared. And we think that he went to fight in the First World War and he never came back. But I've been having a great time reviving his songs over the last few years. And we'd like to take you back to that era. Now, you might think this is an intermission, but it's not. This is part of the show. Okay? And so please don't go away. I'm going to leave the stage just for a moment, but don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Thank you.
Are we here to wait that we've all about until it all ends in tears? Why do we survive? What can we be going through? Why, if we don't arrive, can't we share a drink or two?
What if there was one song? What would happen if Max Champion's band played a Joe Jackson song?
Is she really going out with him? Is she really gonna take him home tonight? Is she really going out with
More of the theater, the lobby, the balcony. We're here in St. Bartholomew Church in Liège. It's amazing. One of the good things to do here is to watch the video of how they restored it starting in 1999 for a number of years, and it's really incredible what they've done.
Two familiar silhouettes on the Liège landscape, the twin towers of St. Bartholomew's Church. Consecrated in 1015 by Saint Heribert, Archbishop of Cologne, and Balderic II, Bishop of Liège, this former collegiate church is a precious example of the Renaissance architectural style.
So we're in St. Bartholomew, and this is St. Bartholomew, and this is a famous baptismal font from the 11th century. It's depicting different versions of baptism. It is considered one of the 7 wonders of Belgium. It's supported by oxen. 12 oxen represent the apostles. It's got Paul baptizing a centurion. It has John the Evangelist baptizing a Greek philosopher, and it has multiple images of John the Baptist, including his baptism of Jesus. I learned that there was a significant restoration project for this in just the last 15 or 20 years, I guess starting in 1999. And it was really coming apart, and they have restored it beautifully, like all of the old churches. Very beautiful art and architecture. Stained glass. Here's the organ of St. Bartholomew. And the altar. Jane just noticed that the columns here are very similar to our home parish church back in Brooklyn, OI.
Hold on. Well worth a trip to the Grand Courteous Museum. There's all kinds of artifacts and weapons and lots of history. Some I could figure out in French, and some I use Translate, and some I have no idea.
Interior courtyard of the Grand Courteous Museum. We're in the Courteous, one of the galleries, and looking at the construction. The ceiling of this building is amazing itself. St. Bartholomew from the Courteous Museum. on the Citadel Park. Another impressive gallery, I guess, in the Curtius Museum here in Liège. It's really quite an impressive museum to visit. And there is her ladyship. The Curtius Museum is really a beautiful building just by itself.
We got some old bones here, including here. Tools. Paleolithic age. This beautiful collection of works in this museum. You want dishes? We got dishes. And more dishes. And stuff on the walls. And more dishes. And more dishes. And more dishes. Guess they eat a lot. So many guns. It's very historical.
Very extensive arms wing. Lots of swords, maces, clubs, and all kinds of arms.
Today, an emblematic museum testifying to my success and influence in Liège. The building is a perfect example of 17th century Moussan architecture, with its richly ornate interior decorations and facade.
So many guns, cannons, and machine guns. We are strolling along the Meuse. I have to apologize for my probably really bad French pronunciations throughout all of these videos. But it's really quite lovely here. We're now in the Cathedral of St. Paul, which is the main cathedral of Liège. Some really modern stained glass, as well as some very kind of traditional old stained glass. The altar, the vaulted ceilings.
Seems to be an art class here. I'd love to see their work. They're kind of around the whole church looking at different things, including these two girls here. Beautiful. Parts of this cathedral date back to the 13th century. It's been knocked down and rebuilt and burned down and rebuilt. And look at the new stained glass. Oh, that's gorgeous. Against the old carvings and statues. Love it.
It's amazing. This window of stained glass. It's amazing. This statue from 1682 of St. John the Baptist. We're walking through the pathway to the treasure of the cathedral. The ceilings here are these brick vaulted arches. It's kind of very difficult to find a good outside perspective of the cathedral, but this is the best one I could find. It's quite impressive inside, but getting a good shot of it from the outside is not